Today, more and more buyers we know are making a move out of the major cities and moving out onto the outskirts, outlying areas. And today we are speaking with Connor Coultrup. Did I say it correctly?
You did, yes. Thank you.
All right, excellent. He's a realtor in Kincardine, Ontario. So tell us, where is Kincardine? I know it's somewhere west of Toronto, but tell us a little bit
Yeah,
more where it is.
that is basically the gist of it. So we're right on the Lake Huron shoreline, and as such, all the realtors around here have to cover a pretty large area.
Okay.
Kincardines a really small town of only about 12,000 people on the sign.
Okay.
We're a huge tourist location, so during the
Yeah.
summer, we are flooded with people. We have a ton of events. We have a ton of tourists. And during the winter, like right now, it's incredibly quiet.
Okay.
So we get pretty used to traveling.
Snowmobile country.
Pardon?
Would it be snowmobile country?
Oh, absolutely. We got three directions. Two of them are towns, north and south. We got farms to the right, and we got the water on the left. So we often joke when people are asking us from the city buyers, can I get a waterfront property? We say, sure, you can pick the whole town.
Because it's right on the water.
Yep, and that's true for the whole surrounding area. So I'm based out of Kincardine, but I do service Port Elgin and Goderich as well, which simply put are the towns north and south.
All right. So we want to talk today a little bit about the housing market and what's happening in Kincardine. It's 2022 and a lot of major areas are experiencing, housing, high housing demand. I don't want to say housing supply issues because I think it's more demand issues, right? Where there's a number of buyers that are looking to attain affordable housing, along with also getting out of a lot of the major cities, right? Getting out of the congestion and all that. So, first off, where are you seeing most of the buyers coming from? Are they locals, or are you seeing an influx of out of area buyers coming into the area?
It depends on how you quantify the question. The buyers we have, there are tons and tons of local buyers. If
Yeah.
you're asking about the successful buyers, a lot of them are coming from the cities.
Okay.
We're in the midst of a huge bidding war on almost all properties. For the
Okay.
first time in a long time, we used to say that the $1 million range was our absolute top end of the market. That's becoming increasingly common.
Okay.
We've had $97 million listings within a half an hour drive
97 million?
over the last year, and based off that, the last
Oh,
6 months,
meaning 97 homes at a million.
yes, at a million
Okay.
or over.
Okay, I misunderstood it.
Yeah, and within the last 6 months, we've had probably about 68, 69 $1 million listings. So that's showing us the price is constantly escalating
Yeah.
in a way that we haven't predicted, and we're certainly not used to around here. The most affordable housing for the area used to be in the 175 to 200 range, maybe would be a really
Yeah.
good entry point for our area.
Yeah.
That's now pretty much at the minimum 315, 325 for
Okay.
exactly the same home.
So,
It's just
what
like
would
you
you get for
described.
that price point for 300,000?
A road townhouse or a condo.
Okay.
There's two specific locations. We have Hunter Street and we have the Durham and Walsh condos. Those are our most affordable areas within the whole town, and those are increasing in price dramatically to the point where people have not been able to keep up with it.
So-
We have inventory issues, supply issues, and a whole lot of buyers coming from areas that we weren't expecting.
Okay. And so how far away are you from like a major city?
The closest city most people tend to know is Owen Sound, and that's
Okay.
about a solid hour drive. We're going to be about 2.5 hours from Toronto, about an hour and a half, hour 45 to London. So
Okay.
we're kind of just on the fringe edge of everything. But a lot of people are coming down here for tourist. Airbnbs have been picking up quite frequently because we have a lot less rules around here, at least from a municipal standpoint. Yes, we also have a ton of
Do you
people
have a
coming down
hospital
from working
there?
for home too.
Do you have a hospital, or where would the nearest hospital be?
We do. We have a hospital right in town.
Okay. All right. And so overall, what would you say your average sale price is recently? Let's say for January.
Sure. Average sale price is sitting at 748,000 right now. We have a whole lot of new builds being the primary influx of inventory coming into the market. So
you do have new builds.
Tons of new builds. We've
Okay.
got 4 or 5 local builders that have been around here for a very long time now. So
Yeah.
they're well known, well respected. The issue is just timing. If you're trying to buy a new build right now, you're probably not breaking ground until next year at this point, because all the
Okay.
builders are just so tied up with their current projects already.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So they are breaking ground and they are starting to build, which will ease up on some of the demand. You can hear my dog in the background.
That's all right.
Okay, so for that 700, what'd you say, 742?
748 is our average right now.
So
First
what
time
would
home
that
buyers
buy
could get
you?
in for anywhere from 325 on the low end, but for a detached single family home, you're probably looking at least 450 to 500 at this point.
Okay, so if I was a buyer coming to your area, um, would it be a fair expectation that your marketplace would be not taking offers right away, that a house gets put on the market and they're withholding offers for a period of time, or can I offer on a property at any time?
The former is definitely more correct. We have a lot of properties holding offers. I would say the vast majority. Perhaps
Okay.
a month or two ago, we saw that practice kind of fade out, but it finally hit us. Just looking at the weekly stats, even we've had less new inventory coming in than properties leaving the market every week for almost as long as I have memory for, several months, and it's got us down to the point where we do not have the inventory to keep up. So yes, it brought back the habit of holding offers, even though the buyers have been pushing it back against it really hard. It's still a practice that the sellers are using just because of the extreme demand.
And so, what are you seeing in your area in terms of appreciation from year over year?
Sure, we had so the Ontario average was sitting at I think about 18.1%, if I remember that correctly, from last year to this year. Kincardine is sitting more in the 30% zone. So we have seen drastic price increases, and that's coming back to the point I was mentioning before, where at least from a local standpoint, we are surprised and shocked by the prices, and it's been really
Mhm.
affecting our buyers' habits because there's the general sentiment that homes are not worth what they're selling for, but due to the inventory issue, there's nothing to pick from. To put it in perspective for you, last week Kincardine had 6 homes on the market of any price range. So there was just nothing to be able to choose from.
And yeah, I think that's across the board, right? So I think that's across the board, which is really a shame because there's people that want to buy. And I also think, too, there's a lot of people that are hanging on to properties, right, as investment properties. And so that's also impacting some of the shortage.
Yes, absolutely. Anything in the it feels weird calling it the lower price bracket, but honestly, anything under $500,000, especially under 450, right now, we are seeing investors coming through in droves, and they're winning because they're able to drop conditions, which is not something we often advise as buyer clients. But the unfortunate reality is, if everything else is the same, people take the offer that is perceived as less risky, but it's making buyers and first-time homeowners miss out on a massive scale.
Yeah, and I also think too, those type of buyers also have a little more cash flow typically, right? When they're
Yes,
coming from out of other areas, so they can purchase and outbid other buyers, right?
completely, and that's been something we've been trying to adjust to really rapidly. Is our real estate is cheap for other people. If you've
Hmm.
lived locally your whole life, the prices are soaring at a rate we can't comprehend. But if you're coming
Yeah.
from the city, the prices for the size of the homes and the size of the plots of land as well, we have pretty big pieces of property around here, at least on average. The real estate is super cheap around here. So we have city buyers, and I shouldn't just say city, but out of town buyers uh, being
Where are you
very
seeing them
happy
come
with their
from though?
purchase prices.
Are they coming from London? Are they coming from Toronto? Where are they coming from mostly?
Our biggest
I know in
influx.
my area they're Toronto.
Yes, our biggest influx is actually the Kitchener Waterloo area. It's
Okay.
really not that far, all things considered, and a lot of the people from there tend to come down here for vacationing, anyways. So they're
Okay.
roughly familiar with the area. So
Is it
that
like
would probably,
cottage country there?
yes, I would say at least 25% of our buyers are from Kitchener Waterloo. If you're just looking at where the buyer agents are coming from,
Yeah.
we've had a good influx from London. We've had a surprising influx from Hamilton, which, I mean, I'm a little biased towards. I went to McMaster University there, so I know the area well. But We've had a lot of buyers come down from Hamilton, which I wasn't expecting, but definitely the most prominent is Kitchener-Waterloo.
Okay. So if I, last question. So if I was coming to visit your town of Kincardine, um, where would we go for lunch?
Oh,
Let's give a
oh
shout out
no.
to let's give a shout out to a local business
Oh, you're gonna get me in so
or a
much trouble.
couple.
I have to give a shout out to multiple businesses.
Okay,
Uh,
then let's we
there's
could
Bar Down
you're
on the main street,
yeah.
run by Alana and Lewis. They're just fantastic. There's the Hog's Breath also on Main Street. They've
And what
been a
is that?
family-run
Is that a
business.
restaurant?
Pardon?
Is that a restaurant or a pub or what is that? The Hog's Breath.
It's a pub style. They have fantastic food. Highly recommend a really diverse drink menu. Really friendly staff. Probably one of my favorite spots. It's really hard to go wrong in Kincardine for restaurants. We have a lot of really good places, but one of the personal favorites, I guess, yeah, would be Bar Down and Hog's Breath as well. Both of them are just fantastic.
Okay. And what about the beaches there?
Yeah, we have a blue flag beach. Sorry for the stutter there.
That's
And
okay.
it is fantastic. They're packed all summer long. So if
Okay.
you're coming down to the area for the first time, let me know. There are a couple spots that are nice and private that the general public doesn't know about. But yeah, the main beach is filled.
Only the locals know about that.
Seriously,
I know. I
there's about three
know.
spots that you could always go to that are never busy. But
Yeah,
the main beach is
because the tourists
just
don't know it.
yeah, the main beach is incredibly busy all summer long, but that's a huge part of the industry here. We have the nuclear plant, which is the probably the primary employer here, and after that,
Okay.
it's tourism.
All right. Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Connor. And we'll drop your contact info in the comments below.
Perfect. I appreciate your time. Thanks for talking to me, Jennifer.
Thanks.